Hello, Jared. Welcome back, and welcome listeners to Vibrations and Manifestations.
Hi, Alicia. Great to be here again. Hey, everyone. So today we're getting into something I think pretty much everyone experiences, right?
Oh, absolutely. That really intense feeling, where you want something, maybe it's a big opportunity or just like some peace and quiet. You want it so much that it feels like your wanting is actually pushing it away.
Exactly, that push-pull. We're diving deep into that whole energetic space between really desiring something and then surrender,
Yeah.
how attachment and attraction play out.
Yeah, and we're looking at this from, well, all sorts of angles today, aren't we? From psychology, like attachment theory, even brain science.
Right, and blending that with more, let's say, spiritual or energetic ideas like the law of detachment, embodiment, trying to figure out why wanting something too hard seems to repel it.
So the big question, the paradox we're wrestling with is, can you actually love what you want, go after your dreams with passion, but not need it in that desperate, clingy way?
hmm Can you want it without it defining your sense of okayness? That's the core of it. How do we shift from that, frantic energy to more of a confident allowing?
Okay, so where do we start? I think understanding the common patterns helps, right? The ways we usually react when desire hits hard.
Definitely. Because most of us kind of automatically fall into one of two main modes. And interestingly, both are really about trying to control things because deep down, there's a lack of trust.
Okay, pattern one, gripping tightly. The over effort. Oh boy, do I know this one.
Yeah, I think we all do.
It's that feeling when you're excited, maybe waiting for news, like an email reply or an offer, but the excitement turns into this tightness, this nervous tension.
Yes, you're not just waiting, you're energetically pulling on it. You're checking your phone, constantly replaying conversations in your head.
Right. It's like you're outsourcing your happiness to that little notification bubble. Your peace is completely dependent on something outside you, something that hasn't even happened yet.
That's anxious attachment showing up right there. Your commitment turns into, well, clinging.
Okay, so that's gripping. What's the other pattern, the opposite?
It looks like the opposite, but it's still fear-based. It's the armor. Pushing away. This one often masquerades as, like, evolved spiritual detachment.
The I don't care approach. No hopes, no expectations.
Exactly. You enforce this strict rule on yourself to avoid feeling disappointed later. It's pretending not to be vulnerable.
So you're not actually detached, you're just guarded.
Precisely. You're not letting things flow. You're actively blocking closeness or possibility to protect yourself. So you see, both gripping and guarding are attempts to control the outcome.
And underneath both, it comes back to that lack of trust you mentioned.
Yep. Gripping doubts there's enough abundance, so it clings. Guarding doubts its own ability to handle pain, its own safety, so it distances.
So the sweet spot, the place where real attraction happens, is somewhere in the middle then.
That's what all the wisdom points to, that middle path, where desire is more like a compass. It guides you, shows you what makes you feel alive, but it's not a trap that your self-worth gets tangled up in.
It's so much deeper than just mindset, isn't it? There's actual wiring involved. Psychology, even neuroscience.
Absolutely. Let's get into that, because understanding the why helps break the pattern. We really have to touch on attachment theory here.
Okay. Bowlby, Ainsworth. The idea that our first relationships set a template.
Exactly. Those early bonds shape our default styles: anxious, avoidant, secure. And guess what? Those styles don't just play out in romance. They show up in how we pursue everything: our goals, our dreams, our manifestations.
Wow. So how I related to my parents, that might echo in how I relate to, say, landing a new client or trying to manifest abundance.
It often does. It creates this energetic blueprint. If you lean anxious, you might find yourself chasing, overdoing, feeling like you need that external yes to feel okay.
And avoidant.
Avoidant might look like pulling back right when things get close, procrastinating, maybe even subconsciously sabotaging, finding reasons why it won't work out. Basically preempting the potential pain.
Okay, this is clicking. And then there's the brain chemistry part. The dopamine thing. This stuff fascinates me.
Right, this is where it gets super interesting, linking the psychology to the actual biology. Research shows dopamine, the so-called pleasure chemical, spikes way more from anticipation, the wanting, than from actually getting the thing, the liking.
So the thrill is in the chase, neurologically speaking.
Pretty much. Think about refreshing your email again and again, that little hit of maybe this time. That's the dopamine rush. When we're stuck in that gripping, chasing mode, we're basically training our brain to get its kicks from the pursuit itself.
Wow. So we're reinforcing the feeling of almost having it rather than actually having it.
Exactly. We get addicted to the wanting, which keeps the reward perpetually out there. We're vibrating with the energy of not having it yet.
It's like a self-made treadmill of desire. You keep running, but the destination stays just out of reach because the running is the point, chemically.
That's a great way to put it. And that right there is the scientific argument for what spiritual traditions have taught for ages. Non-attachment. The universe isn't withholding. Our own nervous system is often hooked on the search.
Okay, so if gripping and chasing literally wires us for more chasing,
Yeah.
how do we get off that treadmill? How do we shift into like allowing or receiving?
This is where the wisdom of surrender, of detachment, becomes so crucial. It's not about giving up. It's about shifting the energy.
Like the analogy, intention is the seed, detachment is the soil.
Beautifully put, yes. That comes up in so many traditions, ancient texts like the Bhagavad Gita, modern teachers. Be absolutely clear on your intention. Plant that seed with conviction. But
Then you have to let go of how and when it grows, trust the process.
exactly, non-attachment to the fruits of your action. You do your part, you plant the seed, tend the soil, but you don't dig it up every 5 minutes to see if it's sprouting. You trust the natural timing.
Which connects to ideas like embodying the wish fulfilled, right? Feeling it now.
Yes. People like Neville Goddard talked about this. And you see echoes in Dr. Joe Dispenza's work on neuroplasticity. It's about generating the feeling state, the peace, the freedom, the abundance before the external proof arrives.
You're essentially rewiring that dopamine loop. Instead of seeking the feeling out there, you cultivate it in here.
Precisely. You practice the frequency of having it. And when you do that, when your nervous system relaxes out of that tense, wanting state, your whole energy shifts. You become more coherent, less friction.
And that makes you magnetic. Things can find you more easily.
That's the idea. You're no longer pushing it away with the tension of lack. You're resonating at the frequency of arrival.
Okay, this makes sense intellectually, but the key is practice, right? Moving from knowing it to actually doing it in our bodies.
Always. Theory is great, but embodiment is where the magic happens. So let's talk tools, practical ways to loosen that grip.
Great. What's the first one?
Let's start with something I call desire disentangling. It's about getting clear on the feeling behind the want. So wherever you are, just take a moment. Take a nice slow breath in. And gently let it go.
Okay.
Now, bring to mind one thing you're really focused on right now. Maybe something you feel a bit tight about. That desire you're chasing. Ask yourself this gently. What is the core feeling I'm truly hoping this outcome will give me? Dig underneath the thing. Is it freedom? Security? Validation? Peace? What's the emotional payoff?
Okay, identify the core emotion.
Yes. And just sit with that feeling for a second. That feeling, the freedom, the peace, whatever it is, that's the frequency you're actually seeking.
So we separate the feeling from the specific outcome?
Exactly. You unhook them. Now, the practical part, brainstorm one, maybe two simple things you could do today, right now or very soon, to generate a little bit of that core feeling without needing the big desire to manifest first.
So if I want freedom from a new job maybe today, I just take a walk without my phone or clear out one cluttered shelf to feel a sense of space.
Perfect. You're activating the frequency directly. You're telling your nervous system, hey, we can feel this now. It's like hacking the dopamine system to reward the being, not just the chasing. This connects to HeartMath's work, too, getting your heart and emotions in sync. That coherence shifts everything.
I love that. Okay, what's another tool?
Let's try a visualization. We can call this the cord softening. If you feel comfortable, maybe just close your eyes for a moment. Find a relaxed posture.
Okay.
Imagine that desire again, the one you're working with. Picture it as a beautiful, glowing sphere of light, maybe floating gently a few feet in front of you. It's complete, it's whole, it's safe. Now, tune into the connection between your heart area and that sphere. Feel or imagine an energetic cord linking you to it.
Okay, I feel that.
Just notice the quality of that cord. No judgment. Is it tight? Like really taut? Does it feel heavy? Is it pulling on you? Just observe the sensation of the connection.
Yeah, mine feels a bit tense.
Okay, now take a slow, gentle breath in. And as you breathe out, imagine that cord softening, just loosening its tension. Visualize it becoming more relaxed, more flexible. You're not cutting it. You're just releasing the grip in the connection, allowing energy to flow easily both ways.
Ah, okay. Letting it relax.
Yes. And just silently, internally, offer this phrase to that sphere of light, like a gentle whisper. I trust your timing. I release my grip so you can breathe. Feel that sense of ease, maybe a lightness, as you mentally loosen your hold.
That feels better. Lighter.
That opening is detachment in action. It's creating space.
What if we find ourselves falling back into the old pattern anyway? Which, let's be honest, happens.
Oh, totally happens. We're human, and these patterns are often deeply ingrained. That's why we need what we call manifestation debug mode.
Debug mode, like for a computer.
Kind of. It's a quick process for self-correction. And it's really important. This isn't about judging yourself, like, oh no, I'm attaching again. It's just about noticing when your energy, your vibration, has drifted back into that tense, needy pursuit loop.
And then gently nudging it back towards that calmer state of participation and trust.
Exactly. So the first step in debug mode is simply catching the loop.
I'm used to that.
Start by getting really honest about your specific go-to anxious behaviors. What does it look like for you? Is it checking your phone constantly? Rehearsing imaginary conversations or arguments in your head? Endlessly scrolling social media looking for proof or comparison?
Naming your specific brand of mental circling.
Yes. Know what it looks like. Then, crucially, notice the physical signal. Where does attachment show up in your body? Pay attention. Is it that tight knot in your stomach? A clenched jaw? Shoulders creeping up towards your ears? A tightness in your chest?
That physical feeling is like your early warning system.
It's your internal alarm bell. The moment you notice that physical signal and the mental circling, pause. Take one slow, maybe even slightly audible, inhale through your nose, let your belly expand fully, then exhale slowly through your mouth, consciously letting your shoulders drop as you breathe out.
Just that pause and breath can make a difference.
Huge difference. And then internally or even whispering quietly, just state, okay, I see the loop and I choose to step out now.
No drama, no self-criticism, just, I see you, loop.
Exactly. That simple, non-judgmental recognition is incredibly powerful. It breaks the unconscious spell of the pattern.
Okay, so we've paused, breathed, acknowledged the loop. What's the next debug step?
Now you bring the situation, the desire, back into focus. But you ask yourself the first key diagnostic question. Am I trying to get something right now? Or am I trying to be something?
Ooh, that's a good distinction. Get versus be?
Think about it. If your internal monologue sounds like, I'll be happy when I get the job, I'll feel secure when I get the money, I'll feel loved when they text me back.
You're definitely in get mode. Your feeling state is entirely dependent on the external thing arriving.
Right. So if you catch yourself in get mode, your job is to consciously redirect. Ask yourself, okay, what is the core quality of being I am actually craving underneath this get? If it's recognition you want from the job,
Yeah.
how can you be recognizing of yourself right now?
Maybe acknowledging something you handled well yesterday. Or appreciating a skill you have.
Perfect. If it's connection you're craving from the text message, how can you be connected right now? Maybe connect with your own breath, or feel the connection to the chair supporting you, or consciously send a loving thought to someone else.
So you practice embodying the feeling state immediately in some small way.
Yes. Actively generate the internal state. Straighten your spine, open your chest slightly, maybe place a hand on your heart and offer yourself a small, genuine smile. You're physically and emotionally decoupling the desired feeling from the external condition. You're being it now.
Okay, that's the first debug question. What's the second?
This one goes even deeper, right to the root of most sticky attachment. Ask yourself honestly, would I still feel worthy? Would I still be okay if this didn't happen? Or if it didn't happen yet?
Oof, that can be uncomfortable.
It really can. Just sit with it for a breath. Notice any flicker of fear, hesitation, or that sinking feeling. That discomfort is where the attachment is fused directly to your sense of self-worth.
Believing if this doesn't happen, it means I'm not good enough, not worthy, flawed.
Exactly. So you need to address that deepest layer directly. Speak an affirmation to that vulnerable part of you. Something like, even without this external proof right now, I am inherently worthy. I am fundamentally okay.
Say it and really try to feel it.
Feel the resonance of that truth in your body. Notice if your breath deepens slightly, if your chest relaxes even a tiny bit as you affirm your unconditional worthiness. That subtle softening. That is the energetic shift. Moving from desperate need to a more neutral, grounded state.
Okay, 2 powerful debug questions. Am I trying to get or be? And would I still be worthy? Now what? How do we solidify that shift?
We reset the visualization. Instead of seeing the desire as something outside of you that you need to grab or pull towards you, shift the metaphor. Visualize yourself gently stepping into a wide, peaceful river. This river represents the flow of life, of energy, carrying your desire along with it. You're not standing on the bank trying to fish it out. You're not frantically swimming upstream or downstream trying to force its arrival.
You're in the river.
You're in the river, allowing the current to carry you. You trust the river knows the way. You're participating in the flow, not trying to control it from the outside.
That feels much calmer.
Doesn't it? And you can anchor this with another quiet affirmation. I'm in the dance, not the hunt.
Ooh, I like that. Dance versus hunt.
It captures the shift from striving and chasing to flowing and allowing. And remember, every single time you catch the loop, pause, breathe, ask the debug questions, and reset with this visualization.
You're retraining yourself.
You are literally retraining your neurological pathways and your energetic system. You're teaching your body on a cellular level to associate your desires with calm certainty, with trust, instead of that old pattern of tense pursuit. And slowly, gradually, alignment stops being a technique you have to consciously apply.
And starts becoming your more natural default way of being.
That's the goal. Calm participation becomes your baseline.
This feels like a good place to bring all these pieces together. The psychology, the neurology, the spirituality, the practical tools, maybe through a final guided visualization.
I think that's perfect. A way to really synthesize the feeling of detached desire, of open hands.
Okay, everyone listening, if you're able to, find that comfortable position again, closing your eyes or just softening your gaze down towards the floor.
Let your body settle once more. Let go of any analyzing or thinking for these next few minutes. Just allow yourself to be present. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, feeling your belly rise. And a long, complete exhale out through your mouth, letting go of any tension. Just allow your breath to find its own natural, easy rhythm. No forcing calm, just allowing space.
Now, gently turn your palms upwards, letting your hands rest loosely in your lap or on your thighs or on the surface in front of you. Just open palms. Begin to imagine or sense or feel a gentle warmth gathering in your open hands.
As this warmth gently solidifies, allow an image to form. See a small, delicate living bird resting softly in your open palms. This bird represents your desire. It's alive, it's beautiful, and it's inherently free.
Just hold it there gently. Notice if there's any subtle, instinctive impulse within you to close your fingers around it. To protect it, maybe. To make sure it doesn't fly away. That little impulse, that's the energy of attachment, of gripping.
Acknowledge that impulse, if it's there, with kindness. And then, consciously choose to soften your hands even more. Let your palms become flatter, your fingers looser. Create more space. Feel the physical sensation of ease in your hands, your wrists, your forearms.
As your hands soften, notice how the little bird responds. Maybe it shifts slightly, nestles in, seeming more comfortable. It senses the safety in the space you're providing. It's staying not because it's trapped, but because the environment feels safe and allowing.
Now, take another slow, deep breath in, right into your heart. And as you exhale fully, imagine any remaining tension just flowing out through your fingertips, dissolving into the air.
See the bird perhaps stretch its tiny wings, look around curiously, but it remains near. And you have this growing realization. You are not the one keeping it there through force or will. It is choosing to stay because it trusts the energy you are holding open, allowing, safe.
Now whisper this phrase softly in your mind, letting it resonate deep within you. What is meant for me feels free with me. Feel the quiet confidence in that. It affirms your inherent worthiness, and it releases the illusion of ownership. The desire moves with you, not for you or because of your grip.
Now, in your mind's eye, watch as the bird gently lifts from your hands. Feel the faint brush of air as its wings open and take flight. See it circle gracefully above you, maybe once or twice. Then watch it fly a little farther away, a little higher, exploring the space around you.
Check in with your feeling state right now. Instead of anxiety or fear of loss or the urge to call it back, notice if you can access a feeling of quiet joy. A sense of profound trust. A gentle release. You didn't chase it. You didn't cling. You allowed it its freedom.
And as you hold that feeling of peaceful trust, watch as the bird, in its own perfect timing, gracefully turns in the air. See it glide smoothly back towards you. But notice, it doesn't land back in your grasping hands. Instead, it comes to rest gently on your shoulder, perhaps nuzzling softly against your neck.
Feel that gentle presence. It's a confirmation. What is truly yours was never meant to be owned or controlled by your grip. It was always meant to move beside you, freely, in partnership. It comes to you when you offer safety, not confinement.
Take one final deep breath in, absorbing this feeling, the calm dignity, the quiet confidence, the open-handed trust. Know that this state is available to you. When you feel ready, you can gently wiggle your fingers and toes and slowly open your eyes, bringing this feeling back with you.
That visualization really captures the essence, doesn't it? Detachment isn't about being cold or distant. It's about carrying yourself with a quiet dignity, a radical confidence that you don't have to desperately grip to attract or keep what is authentically meant for you. It's desire that breathes instead of begs.
Beautifully put. So we've really covered the whole arc today, haven't we? From understanding the tension, the grip, and the armor.
Right, through the underlying psychology and the neuroscience of that chase loop.
Then exploring the wisdom from spiritual traditions about letting go.
And landing in the practical tools, the disentangling, the cord softening, the debug mode.
Culminating in that feeling of the open hands. The core achievement here, for everyone listening, is learning to shift the actual vibration of your wanting, moving it from that frequency of frantic need
To one of quiet nourishment, of trust, of open invitation, shifting from control to participation.
And maybe a key takeaway to hold on to whenever that old longing starts to feel tight in your chest is this: desire invites, attachment demands.
Yes. And only one of those energies truly keeps the door open for what you desire to actually find its way in.
So as we wrap up this deep dive for today on vibrations and manifestations, we want to leave you with a little micro practice, something to play with over the next few days.
It's simple but powerful. Just notice whenever you catch yourself thinking or saying, "Oh, I really hope this specific thing happens."
That familiar hoping energy.
Exactly. The moment you notice it, consciously, deliberately, complete that thought or sentence, either silently or out loud, by adding this phrase, "and I'm already grateful for how it is unfolding."
So I hope this happens. and I'm already grateful for how it's unfolding. What does adding that do?
Just observe what happens inside you when you make that tiny shift. Watch how that subtle flip in language can instantly shift your frequency. It moves you from a place of potential lack or future focus.
Back into present moment, trust and participation. It acknowledges the process, even if you can't see it yet.
Exactly. Remember, what is truly meant for you will recognize you. It recognizes you by your calm, by your coherence, by your open-hearted certainty. You don't need to chase it down.
Thank you, Jared. This was fantastic.
Thank you, Alicia. Always a pleasure. And thank you all for joining us.
Until next time, keep your heart steady, your vibration high, and your hands open. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.